Hello, mortals! I am the BookTube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. So if you haven't seen, I gave my impressions of the first 3 episodes of The Wheel of Time. I was disappointed with the development of the Two Rivers characters, Mat, Rand, Perrin, Nynaeve, and Egwene. But I said I'd continue to watch, and I just finished watching episode 4. Well, last night I watched it, and I've collected my thoughts, and I'd like to give my opinions. And I'd really love to hear your opinions as well, so let me know in the comments, and while you're there, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please smash that subscribe button. You know you want to. Okay, I'm going to be talking about episode 4, so there will be spoilers. You have been warned. And I'm also going to be talking about comparing the series to the book, at least the story elements and how they may have changed. Now that we've moved past my disappointment of the character development and character portrayals, at least of the Two Rivers characters, I found myself enjoying episode 4 more than the first 3. We are basically following 3 storylines. Mat and Rand moving towards the White Tower to hopefully meet up with the others. Egwene and Perrin also going that way, only having met up with the Tinkers, who follow the Way of the Leaf. And finally, really the highlight of this episode, Lan taking Moiraine to a group of Aes Sedai to get healed. So let's start from least to best. The Egwene-Perrin storyline was pretty boring. I did like the introduction of the Way of the Leaf, as those who follow that path are complete pacifists, searching for the Song of Peace. We really don't see pacifists portrayed much in science fiction and fantasy, but here we do. They don't have any weapons, and we get some character development of Perrin, who seems more attracted to the Way of the Leaf, which I guess is a callback to his self-loathing for having killed his wife by accident with this axe. And we'll see where that takes us. Egwene seems to have some attraction to the hot tinkerer Aram, and who could blame her? He's super hot. But Aram can tell she's in love with someone else, Rand if you've forgotten. But we also find out that tinkers, when they're 20 years old, can go out and see the world for themselves to see if they want to really follow the Way of the Leaf. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of Aram. And I'm not mad at that. The next storyline is Mat and Rand now traveling with Thom Merrilin. Can I just say that I am extremely disappointed in the depiction of Thom Merrilin. I'm not sure if it's the acting or the writing or a little bit of both, but he is so unlike the man who was so much fun and interesting in the books. He should be joking and blowing out his whiskers and acting like a showman. But not here. I can barely recognize this Thom Merrilin. Anyway, other than that, we don't spend too much time with Mat and Rand. They spend the night in a farmhouse. Mat is affected by the dagger he picked up in the dead city of Shadar Logoth, and I'm actually not sure how successful the episode or the story is showing that all of Mat's troubles is coming from taking this dagger. Maybe it is. I don't know. But anyway, Thom Merrilin sees that and plants the idea in Rand's head that Mat could be a male channeler. And he recognizes that Mat seems like he's going mad, which is what male channelers do. And at the end, the family of farmers that put them up are slaughtered, and then Mat is found standing over the bodies. But it wasn't Mat. It was the Myrddraal, the eyeless creature hiding up in the rafters. Then Thom battles the Myrddraal, and Mat and Rand run away. Why are Mat and Rand such wimps in this series? I'm really not sure I understand it. In the last episode, when the Dark Friend stole his sword, Rand went running away with Mat. And here they abandon Thom and go running off into the night on horseback. Now, do we know, or maybe it's not true for this series, but in the books, Rand is an expert swordsman. His father's trained him, and he knows how to use a sword. But since we're not seeing that in the series, maybe he'll learn the sword later and pick it up later. But I kind of like that he's been training all his life to be a swordsman. But I don't really understand why they're showing Mat and Rand as being so wimpy that they run away. They almost look cowardly. Hopefully by next episode we can see some seeds of heroism from Rand. Okay, finally, the pièce de résistance. Well, maybe not, but the highlight of the episode was Nynaeve's storyline, where she meets other Aes Sedai because Lan took Moiraine to be healed at one of the Aes Sedai camps. And the Aes Sedai happened to be taking their prisoner, Logain, the false dragon, to the White Tower for a trial. And Logain is a male channeler, and like all male channelers, is going mad because the male half of the source of power is corrupted. Now again, I find it interesting that they're not really specific about how the power is divided between male and female, but let's just roll with what they give us. Now, Logain is super powerful here, and the Aes Sedai have to keep him bound and watch him around the clock. And I'm not sure how specific they'll get into this, but in the books, men are individually more powerful than women, but women are able to link their powers together, which men can't do. Well, we do get some more insight into the Aes Sedai, that there are different paths denoted by the colors they wear, like the red Aja seek out men who can channel, and the green Aja can heal. Moiraine is blue Aja, and I believe here they sort of inferred it was seekers of knowledge. Fine. And there is some sense that there are rifts among the Aes Sedai. And we also get to know more about warders, the Aes Sedai male companions who protect them, that some Aes Sedai have more than one warder, and there's inference that one Aes Sedai with two warders are in a throuple type relationship, which I thought was fantastic. We do see Nynaeve becoming more and more fascinated by Lan, and I like the development of all this storyline. And there's a lot of backstory with Logain. We do get an awesome scene at the end where Logain's followers attack the Aes Sedai and Logain escapes. And then Nynaeve saves the day by releasing a buttload of power, healing everyone, and tossing Logain down. So could she be the dragon reborn? I swear, if the series does that, people's heads are going to explode. If you follow the books, and I don't think they're going to depart that much from the books, Nynaeve is not the dragon, but she is one of the strongest female channelers ever, maybe in several generations, partially because she's from the country where there are more powerful channelers, because channeling is more common, because people aren't being called like they are in civilized areas by the red Aja. Anyway, getting off subject again. I think the show is really leaning on red herrings. You know, could Nynaeve be the dragon? Could Mat be a channeler? And none of these red herrings were really in the book, so it's an interesting choice. And I'm wondering if anyone is actually buying any of these red herrings. Anyway, I am more into episode 4 than I was watching the first 3 episodes. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this episode in the comments. And if you want me to keep doing these reviews, also please let me know. Until we meet again, may all the books you read and their film adaptations be blessed.